So, hi, Sarah with Sarah's R-Rated Art. I just completed a project that I wanted to show a flip through of because it's something that took me a very long time to do, and I was hoping that it would turn out wonderful. I think it did. So I made a junk journal for my father-in-law, Mr. Rick Wade. Hey. I wanted to do a junk journal that's more manly, more masculine, and something having to do with mountain men, and he loves the movie Jeremiah Johnson, so I kind of went with a theme sort of like that. And so I just wanted to do a flip through. I wanted to show you what I did with it all. Made everything from scratch pretty much. It was a long process. I wanted to throw it out the window many times because I thought that it was going to be terrible, but I think it turned out okay. So I've got it wrapped up in some craft paper here with a little bit of a twine enclosure, and I will get started, I suppose. I don't know what else really to say about it. Here we go. If you guys want me to make more stuff like this, let me know. If you want to buy something like this, let me know. I will make you something like this. Ooh, ooh, here we go. So like I said, I wrapped the entire thing in some craft paper and some twine. I don't know if it's even going to be upright when I take it out here, but we'll see. Yeah, ta-da! Alright, so this little junk journal, mountain men themed, right? I have a slab of leather. Decided to leave this natural kind of, you know, piece hanging here. Oh, sorry, there's a bunch of crap falling everywhere. And I hope it's all in view. I'm trying to get everything into the focus here without showing my feet stepping on all the random crap on my floor. But yeah, on the outside here, we've got an arrowhead dangling from it. We also have what is called beaver bait. I put a little, as if he wrote down what's in his beaver bait. This is for trapping beavers back in the day. Cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg. I used some whole cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg. Ah, smells delicious. I put a little noose knot here. I had to learn how to do that. I watched a YouTube video. That was pretty cool. The closure is just a wraparound twine closure. So I put an eyelet here so that you could wrap everything around. It has 3 signatures with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Pretty. It was tough to do, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very good at binding journals yet, so that was kind of a task. So we've got the 3 signatures. Let's start a flip through. So as you'll notice, there's random like fingerprints. I made it kind of like as if you know, he had been using his fountain pen, and you know, ink got all over the place. Or it could be grease, it could be, you know, charcoal, whatever. So those are done with Rick's son's fingers, both my boyfriend Jason and his brother Matthew. So they kind of went through and grunged it up a little, which is pretty cool. I have vellum on the first page here. I have a little pocket with some feathers, a pair of crow feathers. So I kind of, you know, let the ink run, do whatever it was going to do, just so it would look like, you know, a guy was writing this back in the 1800s. Got a lot of tea-stained papers, some quotes from the movie itself, from Jeremiah Johnson, because these are some of Rick's favorite quotes. I've got some cool, like, denim material. Made a little tag that says spare denim for my pants. Denim? Spare denim? What the fuck? Spare denim for my pants. So it was like, you know, collections of things that he would have found maybe back in the day, or things that he would have used for his travels and whatnot. So he's got some spare material here. Just random pages. Then here we've got some actual bison hide with the hair on it. It's clipped in, so you can take it out. It's all interactive, you know. I wanted everything to be very interactive, and, you know, for you to be able to discover stuff in it. So this is bison hide. Did some trading with the Blackfeet tribe, you know, so he's doing trading and whatnot with Indian tribes, or Native Americans, excuse me. So yeah, we have little goodies clipped in everywhere, and each goodie that's clipped in also, sorry, tabs. There's going to be tabs of leather and other materials all throughout. And then, you know, each little thing has got something in it. Just little goodies, like little like advertisements or findings, you know, that he would have seen out in the wilderness on his travels. I then proceeded to make some, well, print out some maps. Made them look old and grungy. So we've got lots of these throughout the whole thing in little pockets and whatnot. We've got a little notepad here just with some different types of paper in it. This cool like tissue paper I found that had like wilderness, you know, like pine cones and pine trees and shit. I thought that was neat. Got a little goodie here like for pathways, things you would see on your way to get somewhere. I basically used a little thermal printer. I have a tiny printer and I love it so much. Oh my god, my mom got it for me. This thing is amazing. You can print out anything on little thermal paper. So I made it kind of look like it was like he was drawing stuff. So like he drew wildflowers that he saw while he was in Montana. Another tab here, stamping, little goodies all over the place. Here I put in a little bit of what would be like a scrap from it, like his blanket and his scarf. So all very interactive, you know, textures, different things to touch and feel along the way. A little diagram of a muzzle loading pistol here. Again, another advertisement, fingerprints, little tags with stuff on the back. So lots of space to either journal or just look at things. Another little tag here that's clipped into a pocket. I did a little bit of sewing in the journal, not a ton because my sewing machine was giving me problems. Yeah. I'm not a very good seamstress yet, so I don't know what's going on. I've got to work on my sewing machine and figure it out. So I did a little, as much as I could. Otherwise, just a lot of glue. Little goodies here, again, you know, just so you can have things to look at, interact with, stamping. Here's the rest of that signature, tabs, little clusters. I try to do a lot of clusters. I try to do something, almost something on every single page at least, so just something on it, because I don't know if Rick is going to be writing in this very much, but I told him, you know, he could definitely decide if he wanted to write things in it or keep, you know, pieces of ephemera, whatnot from the movie that he liked, you know, so he could just have all that. So I try to do something at least on here. Again, that thermal printer, amazing! It makes shit look like all these old photos, like for reals. I had these cool little like frames, so I put those in. You know, flathead Indian women, flathead chief. I don't even think they're actually flathead people. I'm sorry. I just found pictures and I wanted to put them in and just make it look kind of official. Yeah, yeah, just because I was trying to do this in a hurry to get, you know, basically ready to go and see him. So yeah, that's why. Vellum. That's the end of the first signature. Got another vellum page here. Some cool like textury paper here. It's really thick, embossed paper. I thought that looked neat and old-timey. Then we've got, you know, another cluster here, some like mulberry paper, handmade stuff with like leaves and shit in it. Thought that was pretty cool. Stamping. I've got a little pocket here with just a little thing of writing, and we've got a vintage playing card. I made a little cluster here, and then we've got the little flip-up goodie, so for writing or whatever. Pretty cool. Just happened to have this piece of paper that's meant to look like an old dictionary, and it had arrowheads on it, so I thought, well, that would look nice there. I've got a quote from the character Delgue in Jeremiah Johnson here. I thought that was neat. I've got a little bag pocket, an old book page. It has some German writing on it. Have no idea what it says, so I thought that looked neat. I did some stamping and whatnot to kind of make it look like he was drawing stuff that he would see out in the wilderness. So he saw a little rabbit, you know, trying to go after his vegetables, so he thought he'd draw them. Advertisements, old like writing. It's not real, it's fake, but it looks real. We've got an envelope here clicked in, and inside this I've got lots of little goodies, like little advertisements and whatnot that he might have saved along the way. We got soap, blankets, and like cookware. We got dairy products, herbs and spices and what they're used for, coffee and teas. So just goodies to look at. That's the main thing here, is just finding little treasures to look at. Over here, got another map. I think this one is my favorite one. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. I like how this looks. So, got a bit. A lot of these maps are like from around the 1840s, 1850s. This is just what the territories would have looked like in the U.S. So I thought that would look kind of neat. And the journal. A little bit of sewing here for these pockets. Then I've got some findings here. He was just, you know, maybe drawing like you know, fruit or mushrooms, things that he saw out in the wild. Oh, whoopsie. Let's take that again. Not really. We're just going to keep going. Pocket here with a little tag that fell out, obviously, but it's got Bay Rum on there. I found one of these little like date thingies, so I thought, oh cool, I'll make it like it's, you know, 1850s when he like put that in here that he wrote it. Got some palm prints and whatnot here too. Again, that pocket with the sewing. I have a little thing that looks like like an old recipe from the oldie times, plum pudding. It's got currants in it, so I found, you know, those like gardening books that you can find, like the Time Life ones. So I cut out a picture of some currants, used some pattern paper here, and I decoupaged it on there so it would look kind of old school. And so I put those two in there together. Thought they would go nicely. Another tab here with some denim fabric. This was a cool sticker I had. It was just about this owl, and you know, it's like he's basically like looking at owls and seeing what they're doing, whatnot. Envelope with a tag, just some collaging and whatnot done on this tag. You can have, you know, extra space to write on the back if you want. And then got the other side of the pocket here. It's just a postcard. I thought it was pretty cool. Got ferns on it, so I put that in there. Get back in there. Then, you know, in the movie, Hatchet Jack, he found his body, basically, Jeremiah Johnson finds his body, and he finds a note on him and whatnot, but I felt like, oh, let's put in a really cool I found a lot of these old photos at an estate sale, so I thought that would be kind of neat, as if he just found this photo on Hatchet Jack's body. This is leather here. I just made a little pocket out of that. It's nice, because, you know, all the textures. I want you to be able to, like, feel everything, you know. Then this is the note that was found on Hatchet Jack's body. He wrote it out for anybody that found him. I have a little envelope here. Just made a little tab to close it, so I glued it in. These are what would be like for, I put spare patches for the Hawken. The Hawken is the type of gun that he found on Hatchet Jack, and so it's a muzzle loading gun, and so you would use cloth patches to put the metal, you know, the ball into the gun, like so. Boop, down into the barrel, tamp it down in, shoot that mofo like crazy. So he would have extra patches for loading up his gun, just pieces of fabric. I kind of aged them, made them look old and stuff. My sewing is terrible. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. But hey, if he were doing this in the 1800s, he'd probably be terrible at it too. Probably not. He'd probably be amazing at it, and I'm just the shitty one. But whatever. It's cool. It gives it character. Tab, mulberry paper. I found this cool, like, I have these little, like, you know, replica menus from stuff. So this would be from like around 1900. It's just maybe he found it, you know, back in the day, later on in his travels, or maybe he went to this restaurant as he was traveling, something like that. So just put that in because it looked neat. And then just stuff that basically he would find out in the movie, like people giving him tips and stuff. So I kind of wrote it as though he was writing it down as the guy told him, like stuff he could do for money and stuff like that. Here's that paper again, vellum. That's the end of the second signature. On to the third. More of that cool tissue paper with leaves and shit on it. And then we've got this little flip out page here, just done to a blank spot for writing or whatnot, or, you know, safekeeping of papers and whatnot. Got some mulberry paper here, an orangey color with some cool fibers in it. A little advertisement for olive oil, a little tab, advertisement for some cologne, lots of scrapbook paper, as you can see. Again, more little advertisements and findings that he maybe have come across on his way. And we've got a little thing with lavender. Got some mushrooms on a little postcard here, just clipped in. Here again, stamping, not me really drawing, but yeah, I thought they looked kind of like drawings, which I love these stamps because they're really cool. So again, he's maybe seeing these animals out in the woods and just kind of drawing them as he sees them, and you know, just saying what they were doing. Little mushrooms, advertisement here. This is where my sewing machine totally fucked up on me, but I thought whatever. Again, it's texture, it's character, kind of made sense, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's gonna look at this and be like, wow, Sarah, you're really stupid, you don't know what you're doing. You know, fix that sewing machine. I'm gonna try, believe me, I'm going to try. Anyway, cool pocket. I took a glossy photo of Jeremiah Johnson that I got, and I again decoupaged pattern paper all over it so that it would look super old and grungy. So there's from the movie. There he is. Yeah, hanging out, 1840s. Sure, why not? Some more goodies just clipped in for you to read and look at. Got some stamping here in the middle. Tab. Another cool map that I found. So, and I used a laser printer, a laser jet printer for these because, you know, you don't want the ink to run and whatnot. So I borrowed someone's printer for that. I mean, I used it. I didn't borrow it. It's big. It's giant, so I couldn't borrow it. But you know what I mean. I borrowed the use of it. So I can make those look really cool. Got, you know, just again, dictionary type page here. And then here we have a little pocket with a little flip out pocket. I do these little guys, as you might have seen in the other one here, this one. I make these out of like tea bags. I just use like the little Lipton tea bags, cut them up and line them with scrapbook paper and tea dyed paper on the inside, and you can just do whatever. I mean, I made this little goodie with that. The inside here has basically like little findings again, maybe like drawings that he would have done. So there's like a snail, I labeled them on the back, dragonfly, and a grasshopper. So those are all in there just for look-ins. Just do some look-ins. Okay. He maybe drew some foxes that he saw. Another tab. And then here I have a flip out pocket. So inside I've got some sheet music and again some like recipes. Alright, so those go in there. And then over here we have a cool little die cut that I got online. Thought that was neat. Rope and a cow. And then on this side, cool little silhouette of a lady and a horse. And then horse condition powders advertisement. And then stamping here, I did a belly band with some paper and clipped in some tea bags. So he's got spare tea bags for making his tea, let's say. So yeah, just something to add interest to the whole thing. I thought it was kind of cute. We've got a pocket here that I did with a postcard, and it's just got some ferns on it. And then I made a tag to go in that. This on the front, it's really cool texture because it's like a stiff ribbon with this apple print on it. And I just made the other side with scrapbook paper. And then we've got a, there's a quote from the movie, like, I make damn good biscuits, boy. So he says, I make damn good biscuits. And then they've got like a cookie biscuit recipe that he wrote down in here. So he can make a bunch of cookie biscuits. Yeah. Mulberry paper, writing paper. And then here I used a piece of leather with a brad on it. Just so that it swivels around so you can kind of look at it, you know, see what it's all about. But it says, To Dad, made by Sarah Grace, finished on Sunday, November 14th, 2021. So just a little place to say, like, hey, it's for you. Made it. Love you. What's up? Last page here. So yeah, that is the whole thing. it was tough. You know, like I said, this was a hard thing to do for me, but I am so glad that I finished it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked how it looks. If you do, and just please let me know. I want to know that I was not wasting my time on this, because it was really hard to do. Yeah, I enjoyed the process, though, of learning everything I did. You know, I learned a lot from other YouTubers online, like Natasha on Treasure Books, and G. Kerr on Happiness and Crafting, Ina Salisbury on Ina's Art Room. I mean, there's so many people that I just love watching because they have so many great techniques. I love to try to learn all of that. So please let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and just, yeah, let me know if you would like something like this in the future, because I'd love to sit and make more of these, sell them, you know, give them as gifts, whatever. I had a lot of fun, and it was very challenging. Like I said, I probably said this like 1,200 times, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I know that my father-in-law is quite happy with this. I got to see him. He saw it. He loves it. I wanted to do this flip through. I'm going to give it back to him. So anyway, thanks guys so much. Have a great day. Bye.